Hey guys, this is kind of a continuation from my last haul where I talked about some books that I had picked up at San Francisco in various bookstores and also in various used bookstores in my town. And the books that I gathered today were books that are kind of on my most anticipated list, or authors that have always been on my radar and I've been really wanting to read more of their books. One of those authors is Cormac McCarthy. This is the first book that I have here, and it's No Country for Old Men. I read The Road earlier this year and I gave it 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. And I think I put this book in my 5 stars predictions video. I saw this at a used bookstore in San Francisco and I picked it up. I was hunting for it and I finally found an edition that I liked. So this is definitely one that's really highly anticipated and I cannot wait to get to it sometime next year. Most likely earlier in the year, because I can't wait, like I said, to get to it. The next book that I have here is The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. I think that's how you say her last name. And this is a book that I've seen all over Goodreads. I've also seen some people here on BookTube talk about it. It does have a lot of hype, so I purposefully didn't look up any information about this book. I think anytime that I try to attempt reading a book that's really hyped, I'm kind of setting myself up for disappointment because my expectations are too high. And that's kind of what this book is like. I mean, the back blurb says, crisp, mysterious, and scary, reminiscent of Stephen King. Well, that's really high praise. I love Stephen King, so yeah, I don't really want to read too much into this one. I think I'll be reading this one early in the year, maybe January or February, because, you know, The Winter People. Another book that I bought because I loved this author's first book so much, or the first book that I read by them, and that's Margaret Atwood. I read The Handmaid's Tale, I think in 2016, and I really loved it. I picked this up at the used bookstore because I always look for her books, and then I read the synopsis in the back and I absolutely was like super intrigued. And this is Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood. At the time that I bought this, I didn't really know about the show, which I think is on Netflix right now, about this book, and apparently it's getting like great reviews and a lot of people really enjoy it. But I picked this up before then, and then after I saw all of the hype with the TV show, it definitely makes me want to read it more. I really enjoyed The Handmaid's Tale. I think this book is going to be very similar to Burial Rites by Hannah Kent, another book that I absolutely loved. It does seem like the similar type of plot, but obviously Margaret Atwood is writing it, so her voice is going to be very different. So I'm really excited for this one. The next one I have here is another really hyped book, especially here on BookTube, but I wanted to read it and see for myself if I would enjoy it. And that's A Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozeki. This is another book that I found in one of the used bookstores in San Francisco. A lot of people love this book, so I'm going to try to go into it with very low expectations so that I don't set myself up. But from what I've read in the back and the reviews that I've seen here on BookTube, it does look like it's going to be a great read. So I hope to get to this one in 2018. The next 2 books I bought because I absolutely loved this author's latest book, and that's Jesmyn Ward. I read Sing Unburied Sing earlier this year and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. So I picked up her other 2 books. The first one that I got is her debut novel, Salvage the Bones. I saw this at a San Francisco bookstore and picked it up. And then at my local used bookstore, I found her memoir, Men We Reaped. Apparently this is a beautiful memoir, so I cannot wait to get into this one. And I think I only paid like $5 for this one. Yeah, I paid $5 for this and I was so excited because now I have all of her books. I also have a copy of Sing Unburied Sing right here. It's actually a signed copy that I got at another used bookstore in San Francisco, and it's one of like my new prized possessions. I haven't talked about that one yet. I haven't hauled it, but there's a sneak peek right there. It's probably going to be in my next stack of books that I talk about, because yes, there's another stack of books that I need to haul because I have a problem. I really do. But I took advantage of all of the bookstores, the amazing bookstores that San Francisco has to offer, and then I was in good company and we just couldn't help ourselves and we ended up buying a bunch of books. But I'm hoping that I only have one more stack of books to share with you guys, and then after that I won't be hauling any books, hopefully, for the next few months, because I really want to get to the books that I have on my shelves. I'm actually going to be doing a video soon about the books that I hope to read in 2018. A lot of the books on that list are actually on my shelves right now, so that's gonna kind of take care of my growing TBR, and at the same time kind of reach a goal of reading some really cool books that I've been wanting to get to. So that's the end of part 2 of this massive book haul. Let me know down in the comments if any of these books interest you, or if you've read any of these, or if you have any thoughts about any of these. I'd love to talk about them in the comments with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.